You're watching the Isiah Factor Uncensored.
And welcome back to the second half hour, The Factor Uncensored. Thank you for hanging in there with us. Now, you may be one of those people, about 800,000 plus Americans, who will see a substantial delay in getting your income tax refund. This is because you don't have a bank account on file. Let's talk about it with our CPA tonight. And joining us now here on The Factor Uncensored, we have Lucy Petry, who is a CPA and attorney. Lucy, a lot of people are getting antsy out there. They're looking for those tax refunds. And of course, there is a delay. So what is the problem that we're seeing with the federal government now?
Well, last year, there was an executive order that forced certain government agencies like the IRS and Social Security Administration to no longer issue paper checks to individuals. And that is causing a backlog for those who may not have listed their bank information on their tax return, or maybe they have the wrong banking information on the tax return. So what is happening right now, on my end, my software will not even let me e-file a tax return without a banking information. Mm-hmm. If you somehow are able to file without it, maybe you had to mail the tax return, which even delays it further. Yeah. But if you somehow got your return to the IRS without your bank information, they're going to send you a letter. And that letter is going to say that you have to go to your online IRS account to enter this bank information. Now, hopefully you have an IRS account already, because if you don't, yes, you have to create one, and it can be cumbersome to create one because you have to go through a verification process through id.me. So that further complicates things. Now you have to set up this account, and hopefully you have all the information and can set up the account. But then people are saying that even when you get your account, that the part where you enter your bank information is not always activated.
Oh my!
So you may not even be able to enter your information once you get to your account.
So that puts a lot of people in a hole because they're waiting on those accounts, those tax returns and refunds that are due them. But then some have to jump through hoops in order to get that bank account set up, but then they're not ready for that bank. Is this all about being shorthanded at the IRS? Or a lack of technology?
It is coming from the Trump administration. They wanted to modernize payment systems. And I understand that it is safer, it is faster, less fraud. But I don't think the IRS was ready to implement it. They're understaffed, they're underfunded. They don't quite have the technology and the workforce to implement this just yet.
So you have to not only, and if you mailed your return to the IRS and somehow they receive it, they're going to have to mail you back and say you have to go online in order to set up a bank account. And if you don't have a bank account, then you have to get a bank account. Or
if you can, because some individuals, those who may not have a valid Social Security number, are not able to open a bank account. I was looking today. There are some online banks that make it easier to open bank accounts, but they all require a valid Social Security number. If you do not have a valid Social Security number, you may not be able to open a bank account. So what happens in that case? First of all, do not use somebody else's bank account. That could be flagged as fraud and further delay the refunds. If you do not answer that letter within 30 days, then the IRS is going to issue a paper check, but it's going to take 10 weeks for them to do it.
So you have no choice.
You
You
have no
have to wait.
choice.
And even
You
if
have
you
to.
don't have the bank account now, you're still looking at least 2 weeks to get that letter, then another 2 weeks to get any direct deposit that you may. It's still a month delay. So,
Yeah.
wow, it's a tough time. Any last words of advice for people out there who like trying to digest all of this and it's just so much?
It is a lot. It is confusing and it is frustrating. But if you do have a bank account, make sure that it is entered correctly and to avoid further delays. If you do not have a bank account, I would try and work with local nonprofits to obtain the documentation, perhaps you don't have a valid driver's license, and there are some agencies that may help you so that you can become bankable and get that bank account.
All right. So you have to look for nonprofits if you're trying to dig your way out of this mess. They may be able to help you. Any names come to mind? Any nonprofits out there?
I know that Lone Star Legal Aid may be able to help you obtain documentation, especially for unhoused individuals who may not have their birth certificate or a driver's license, which are documents that are fundamental for opening a bank account. But that would be the first step. And I know you have jumping through hoops here for people who need the money the most.
You're right.
But,
And, I feel frustrated for them right now thinking about all the hoops that they will have to jump through. Just a terrible situation. All right, Lucy Petry, thank you for joining. Next time, bring some happy news, some good news.
Oh, it's time.